let's get to work. Okay, wow, I just spent half an hour trying to get a close take to what I've transcribed, because I know that what I've transcribed is really accurate. As accurate as at least I can get. But trying to actually play a take of that, again, lightning in a bottle, because there are so many inconsistent little passages with the right hand. It's not like a Chet Atkins piece or how I would normally have covered this, where I play an alternating bass line, keep the rhythm, and play the little melody that sits at the top of the solo. So what I'm going to do is walk you through it and show you the things that make this so damn complicated, and the things in this transcription that make it so close to the original. Okay, so before I get into it, make sure you check out my Thumbpick bootcamp course. It's only $24 US, and it is my years and years of experience learning the things that I've wanted to learn. It's basically things that I think will help you, little perspectives I've discovered as a player, little techniques and stuff that you'll come across that I've now covered, so that you'll have some preparation if you want to get further into fingerpicking. So definitely check that out. Now, let's look at bar one. Okay, so the first thing that happens here, we get the fifth string and we get the fourth and the first. Now, I'm not going to break this down as deeply as I normally would. I'm just going to walk you through and show you the cool stuff and the weird stuff and the crazy stuff. So we've got this pattern here. So see how we're immediately working just off the fourth string there? So he probably wanted to do this alternating pattern, but this craziness ensued. And that's what makes it so hard to cover. Well, to cover spot on anyway. So that's bar one, and in bar two, it changes altogether. So we go... See how we finish with two bass notes on the 3 and 4 on the fifth string, on the beats 3 and 4 on the A string. So... Okay, and then in the next bar, it starts, he gets the alternating happening there, but doesn't alternate for beat 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, finishes beat 4 on the A string, and then in bar 4, okay, so I'll just play that whole line. He does finish with the bass line, the fourth string, but he does two A strings on the second and the third beat. So he goes 2 and 3, 4. So there is no sign of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or even 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No sign of that at all. So you've got no pattern to work off. You need to know every individual step, which makes it really challenging. It only gets even more wild now when we get to the E chord. So we slide up. At the end of that bar, we'll go from bar 3 because it just doesn't make sense otherwise. So now as we get to the 9, we hit the 6th string. That makes sense. And then we do the little alternating movement to the 4th string, you know, the Travis picking style, but we don't really hear that note. I think he misses it or doesn't quite, or plays it very softly, I'm not sure. So we get this, I sort of play it anyway, so we've come off that end of that bar. Then we, like that, I do that anyway. But then it's this little thing. We're alternating there on the 4th string, so the bass line for that bar goes 1, 1, 2, sort of hits that one, 1, 2, and then 3, melody, and 4 is there again, so 3 and 4. So that's pretty difficult. Okay, and then this is where it just goes out of control. So we actually start hitting an A note, which would not have been deliberate. You would not generally play an A with an E. You just wouldn't do it. It's not what we want. It's a mistake, okay? But like I said, lightning in a bottle. He's just got in there, played this solo. He's had brass, you know what, to just go for it and have a crack with obviously a technique that he's working on. So, you know, and that's passion. You know, that's a guy, he's in the studio going for it, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm really working on this chedak and stuff. I'm going to go for it. So this next bar, I'll come in from the bar before. So watch this. A string. So we get this pattern. That's the pattern that he accidentally plays through there, or plays. 6, 5, 4, 6 over a 4-beat passage. So, and we're not on the 1. So now we're on the 1. This is bar 7, and it keeps bouncing off that A in the weirdest spot. So on the 1, then we get this, then we hit the 6th string, then the 2nd, then we play the 5th string like that. If you want the tab, by the way, it would make it probably pretty easy for you to learn this based on what I'm showing you right now. Jump on my Patreon. I've got all the transcriptions for that. You can join for about $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever you can afford. But you get all the tabs. You get the sound slice stuff. I pretty much give everything to everyone, except a few little things I reserve for the upper tiers. So we're now... That's into bar 7 and 8, and you know what we've seen through that whole section is that walking, that cross pattern. Then we're 5th string, 4th and 3rd, 6th string, the A again, which, you know, again, it sticks out when you listen to the recording. You're never going to not hear that now when you listen again. Then we're in bar 8, and that's probably what he wanted to be playing the whole time. I'd say that's what he was going for, but instead we got except he was dropping his palm on those A's, and you were getting, they don't ring. I'm having a real hard time trying to place that while I'm, you know, still learning the piece just about. He's like, yeah, that was it actually. That was pretty much bang on. And then we get to the B for the B chord here, and okay, so we get this. He actually hits the 3rd string there, I reckon, or he misses the bass note, or he doesn't play a bass note and he might use his fingers because he doesn't do anything there. And then what we do, 5th string, 2nd string, 5th string. Okay, holding a B7 chord. So I'm really talking about the right hand. That's where all the craziness is. I apologize, I haven't really talked about what's going on here. So yeah, from the B there, we then get this in bar 10, where we pick the 6th, 3rd, and 1st, 5th string, 6th string, so it's alternating now, but then we finish on the 4th and 1st. So you get a bass line that's essentially going, we'll just leave out the second one. Okay, and if you listen, you'll hear it. It's really cool when you hear it as a bass line on its own. And of course he finishes, and he actually does get that bass line, probably how you would want to do it. Okay guys, that's it. Now if you were going to learn it, I'm going to sit back again. If you were going to learn this solo, I wouldn't worry about playing this, you know, replicating this exactly. I'd probably work out the melody, understand the chords that you're playing, and figure out that bass line. But it means if you miss things while you're playing, you're kind of making it more authentic if you're not perfect. That's kind of the cool thing about it. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was fun for me to make. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.